Welcome to the Weeb Lounge. This is another review of Jeanne d'Arc. I still don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm going with it. This one is Alter Jeanne, Avenger class, Fate Grand Order. Now this character seems to be like one of the absolute favorites for everybody. Has a costume dress, been around for a long time, and is just one of those characters that everybody seems to want. Even though it's an Avenger class, which has limited uses, but first skill. Crit damage up for 3 turns, up to 50%, and star absorb for those 3 turns, up to 800%. Yeah, if you can create a lot of stars, do a bunch of star gen, whatever the heck it is you got to do, other skills that just pop stars in, CEs for 10 a turn, she starts turning into a bit of a crit monster there. Second skill. Party attack up for 3 turns, 20%, which is kind of nice by itself, but dragon allies get another 20%. Offhand, I can only think of one character that qualifies as that. I know there's more, but I don't think it's something that we can necessarily plan around to make work well. I'll have to look into that a bit more, because there's only the one, like Sigurd or whatever. Yeah. Skill number 3. Buster up self for 1 turn, 50%. Invincibility for a whole turn, but demerit, lose 1,000 hit points. Overall, that's actually a pretty decent skill. I mean, invincibility for 1 turn, the buster up. Combine that with the other skills to try to get some really hard-hitting buster crits if possible. Can't really complain about it. Noble Phantasm. Single target with buff block status for 1 time. So if the mob tries to buff itself, it'll cancel one of those out. Overcharge, nobody cares. It's a poison. Like, it's like 500 attack. Who cares? Nobody cares about this dot crap. The explosion, the burning, the poison. Unless they put in some kind of mechanic where they make it actually viable, useful, where, you can do like 50,000 a tick or something ridiculous like that. It's just worthless. It's a worthless mechanic that they really need to retool. So, I guess, poison aside, let's see her in action.
Everybody seems to absolutely love this character. I wonder why. He's an evil, cool beauty, I guess. Yep. We like her. It's fine. Now, her arts generation, I'm just going to do something simple. I'm going to do a Buster arts. In this little situation that we have, it's kind of like our best go-to, right? Now our Alter Jeanne is only NP3 only, and yeah, it's meh, but 35% arts cards, both 2 final slots. Not too sure on that. Let's try this. Arts Buster Quick. I've noticed that if she crits her quick cards or crits her arts card, either or, it does really good. Yeah, it can and will do good. And that book is being a real pain. Get out of here. All right, now what I'd like to do is get to the last guy, kind of do a big hit and everything, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to kind of pop her. Now, probably because, I have a ruler, I have an Avenger, and I have a caster in a group with nothing but casters, so I have nothing weak against nothing. That's the fault of having to test characters against characters that aren't the right characters. Anyway, let's do some self buffs. I'm going to target the shadow guy in the back. Let's see, self buffs. And you know what? I am going to go ahead and pop it to NP2 Overcharge 2. Why? Because it don't matter. Her overcharge is a curse. we don't care about curses. Curses, poison, little dot tick damage. There is no care in the world about this stuff. So getting her to 200, I mean, who cares? You don't need to worry about it. So let's see. We'll just pop her. See what she can do. Now, Alter Jeanne's strength is, quite frankly, her strength. You see, if the character was weak to the damage, it would have done about double that, give or take. Definitely a strong single target, but her normal attacks, her ability to absorb stars, bust her up, etc., her follow-up attacks is what can really, really, really hurt. The Noble Phantasm, you know, if you use a Noble Phantasm against an actual ruler, thumbs up. It's going to wreck that ruler. But otherwise, she can still do some pretty good damage, just as long as she gets the crit, as long as she gets the buster damage, as long as she gets that critical strike up damage. So this is probably why she's one of everybody's favorite, because even if she's not necessarily, you know, strong against certain enemies, she's at least a little strong against all of them. So, yeah, I guess that helps.
All right, so Jeanne Alter Jeanne, she can do some pretty decent damage up against a ruler. Of course, that would be her ideal situation. Arts generation can be iffy. If she can get her quick or her arts to actually crit, do a chain, you know, whatever it is that you got to do, that's going to help out. So her generating her own arts is iffy at best. She probably will need a little bit of help to get there if you need it quick. Noble Phantasm itself, the damage, it's all right. It's not going to be anything spectacular unless you're going up against a ruler. If you're going up against a ruler, it'll be more than a spectacular. It'll be pretty useful. Oh, and in her casual clothes, like in the video you saw, I like that costume. It's actually kind of cool. I like it almost better than her war dark, nasty outfit. Evil Jeanne. Evil Jeanne. Is this character worth getting? That's actually kind of a hard call. In terms of all the Avengers, she is the best single target. Does that make her an absolute necessity? I'm going to say she is actually a soft pass. Now, what's the caveat there? It's always a caveat. If you have a bunch of other Avengers, if you have like Nobunaga or Spacious Tar, you have a good lineup of Avengers, you don't necessarily need to grab Alter Jeanne. But if you only have one decent Avenger, or one AoE Avenger, nothing good single target, nothing good period, I guess, then yeah, you definitely want to go for her. Same damage economy with everything else. Noble Phantasm damage, 2 to 3 copies of the card. That'll get you about optimal. And yeah, she's a good grab. You know, I say soft pass, but in terms of all the Avengers, she's probably the most treasured, probably the most wanted. Is she the most useful? Yeah, she can be. And given the right situation, she certainly can be. But soft pass, caveat, that's our opinion, and I'm sticking with it. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, streaming here on YouTube, and Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday over at twitch.tv/The Weeb Lounge. See you in the next video.